this video, I'm gonna tell you how to configure Fanuc robot space function. It's the same way like we did in KUKA ABB Yaskawa robot. So first, you go to the menu, you go to the setup, you go to the space function, you go to the previous. As you can see, so in this video, let's assume space 2. So first, make sure this is disabled. So you can choose enable or disable. Then the next, click detail. Then as you can see, we go in there. This screen is for setup. First, you have to disable. And we look at this option inside and outside. Look at this picture. This is the rectangle space. So inside means we're gonna define inside area. Outside means outside, out of box, out of rectangular is the space zone. So basically we define inside, which means robot will enter this space. Okay, and remember we have to define 2 points. This is original points. This is the second points. Also, you can define original points and move the robot, jog the robot X, Y, Z. Then you will have the second point. Okay, so this is the inside and outside. For the outside, for the output signal, which means robot in the space will output the signal. Input signal means outside controller will give the permission to the robot, tells the robot, okay, it's time for you to enter this area. You get it? So you have to define these two signals. So this is for the signals definition. The second, we have to define the space. Choose the space. As you can see, pay attention to the user frame and the user tool. You can choose the shift, coordination, and choose the right tool and the user for you define this space. Okay, so as you can see, we have to define 2 points. One is original, is this one, basis. The second, in this we choose the side length. What does that mean? Which means once you define the original points here, then the next you type the X, Y, Z length here, then you will have the rectangular space. This is the side length meaning. Remember, in the real situation, you define the original position, then you jog the robot, move the X direction, then the Y direction and Z direction. Then you will have the second, you will have this rectangular. Okay, you can choose the side length, and also we have the another choices, which is this one. Let's assume choices is second vertex, which means you define the second point position. You directly type in the second point position here. Okay, this is the second vertex. This is the second way. So basically, if I were you, I choose the set length because I prefer this type. I define original point, then I choose to move X direction, then Y, Z, then I will have this rectangular. Okay, so once you configured all these steps, and you have to enable this space, and make sure this function take effect immediately. So this is this video's content. If you think useful, don't forget to make a donation on my home page. See you next.